high school sports fans. Welcome to 806 High School Sports Connection. I'm Victor Hatchett with my co-host Jason Pearson.
Yes, sir.
And we're about to give you the Week 2 preview.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jason, it was another good week of high school football in the 806.
Yes, it was.
Give us the rundown on 2-6A.
2-6A. How about Friendship beating El Paso El Dorado 42-38? Getting a measure of revenge, I guess, for that loss to El Paso El Dorado. Not the score they wanted. They wanted to be a little bit more wider, but they gave up a lot of passing yards to the Aztecs. But they win. How about Ronald Awatt? 3 touchdowns rushing. Had a great game for the Friendship Tigers, which will set up a big game we'll talk about later. How about the Tascosa Rebels? Running through the Wichita Coyotes, 54-21 on the road. Tascosa is on a mission. Tim Fields had a great game. That team is the real deal. Yeah. You know, they lost 14 starters. They lost Jacob Biggers. I thought they would kind of tail off, but it hasn't happened. They're the real deal. They look good. How about Amarillo losing a thriller to Wichita Falls Rider, 27-24? How about Cherry scoring a touchdown with no time remaining in the game for Rider to get the win? That was tough. Amarillo kicked the field goal to go up. You know, with 35 seconds to go, they drive it down there, get the touchdown, and win the ball game. No need for extra point because they scored with no time left. Jalen Ford still had 21 carries for 280 yards and 4 scores for the Sandies, and he is a sophomore, so things are looking good back behind that quarterback for them. How about Monterey giving it to Hereford, 38-14? Baylor Mitchell, 5 total touchdowns, a 90-yard scamper. He looked good. 2 touchdown passes to Nosif Waits for Monterey. But how about those penalties, Vic? 27 for 215 yards. That's a lot of penalties, man. Yeah. They're going to have to clean that up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Hutchinson will get it together.
Oh, yeah, because that was a lot of penalties. And how about, let's welcome Coronado to the win column.
Yes.
28-27 over Odessa. Great win for Seth Parr and the Mustangs to get it done, man.
Yes, it was.
Great job. Let's jump into 4-5A. Vic, we see Andrews beat Lubbock 48-35, but I thought that was a good loss because they scored 35 points on Andrews' defense. And Andrews is always at least 3-4 rounds deep in the playoffs. For Coach Strunk to get his offense to do that after what we saw against Sweetwater is a heck of an improvement. A hell of an improvement.
Yes, it is.
Let me change that up. How about Plainview? Beating Paladuro coming off their loss to Randall. Winning 35-14. Trendon Jackson, T-Jax. 2 touchdowns, 228 yards on the ground. He is unstoppable back there in that backfield.
Yes.
How about Lakeview beating Fort Stockton 22-12? They lost to Andrews the week before, but looked like Lakeview's going to be better than we thought also to get a win like that in Fort Stockton.
Yes.
How about Vandergrift beating Abilene Cooper, giving their first loss of the season 43-42? And probably the biggest final, you say in the 806, Lubbock Cooper beating Randall in Kimbrough Stadium in Canyon.
Big game.
17-14.
Yes.
How about Jared Dagey answering his critics well with W's? That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
But Randall will bounce back. They got both of those teams have big games coming up next week. Me and Vic will get into later.
Yeah.
Let's jump into 3-5A. How about Canyon, the only team left undefeated in 3-5A with a 29-18 win. The Perk gang doing their thing, folks. Yeah. And how about Dumas and Estacado, 17-3 Dumas. Vic, tell us a little bit more about the game since you were there.
Hey, pretty good game. You know, it's got a defense. Played a solid game, you know, but their offense a little young. And you go through those kind of growing pains, you know, early when you're dealing with a lot of young guys on offense. And, you know, Bo Sims, the quarterback, man, he's a work in progress. But Estacado will turn around. I know Coach Savance will have those guys up and ready for Cap Rock next year.
Oh, yeah. And as you stated before, this is all just a rehearsal for district play. So you can go 0-6 if you go 3-1 in district or whatever record you need to get in.
Yes.
You're good to go. You're in the dance. Let's jump into 1-4-AD1. Levelland takes a loss to Shallowater.
Wow.
Shallowater is up off the couch. And then the win column as we thought. Number 3 team in the state. Cooper Ogle, 2 touchdowns. Chris Contreras played great. Connor Smith with a 46-yard TD. Jake Johnson blocking folks to the ground. Levelland, even though they lost, they showed signs of that offense, that explosive offense. You say Nick Gerber did well?
Yes, he played a great game, man. He was 18 of 29 for 328 yards and 3 TDs. He played a good game.
And Tandon Jones caught 2 of those. 4 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. So even with the loss, there's positive signs for the Lobos. And you just played the number 3 team in the state that we think is going to go to the state title game. So Elk City loses to Pampa on Thursday night, 22-20. Borger shuts out Dalhart, 29-0 in Dalhart. That's an impressive win for Borger to go on the road to Dalhart and shut him out.
Yes,
and then you had Idalou beating Seminole, 45-30. Branch Chili, 26 carries, 294 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
Looked like Brent Schilling hadn't lost a step since last year.
Yeah.
So, folks, when we come back, we'll be recapping our second set of finals for week 2. Victor Hatchett, Jason Pearson, 806 Hssc TV, powered by 806hssc.com.
Hey, high school sports fans, welcome back to 806 High School Sports Connection. I'm Victor Hatchett with my co-host Jason Pearson, and we're going to continue to give you the reviews of week 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, let's go over week 2, 1-4A Division 2.
That houses Bushland. Bushland bounces back. Coach Thomas, a great coach. They win 30-23 over Littlefield. One point of concern that I saw, Vic, was that Littlefield had 443 rushing yards on Bushland.
Wow.
That's a lot of rushing yards to give up, but a win is better than a loss anytime. You can fix those stats anytime.
Yes, right.
So that was a good way to jump into the winning column. How about Parrington jumping in the winning column after losing to Dumas in week 1, beating Childress 30-22. Kind of shocked me a little, but hey, you know.
It's a win.
All right, let's jump into 1-3 AD1.
Yes.
How about Sweetwater beating MULESHOE 36-14?
Wow.
And folks, I wanted to say, and I was going to tell you this too, that wasn't bad as loss as it seems, you know, because Sweetwater looked like they going to the state quarterfinals again. You know, Jacoby Hunt, Mark Gomez, Michael Lawrence, they were all over the field in the Mustang Bowl, their first home game.
Yeah.
They were up 30-0 before MULESHOE got started.
Wow.
How about Danny Campo still had 357 yards passing and 2 scores to Lopez, but, you know, you still lost the game. But how about, Vic, how about this game here? Dimmitt 49. Roosevelt 30. How about Dimmitt?
You gotta give a round of applause to Dimmitt, man. They came off the schnob, man. Great job.
Coach Gunther.
Getting a big win over Roosevelt. That was a big win. That was very impressive.
That was a huge win.
Yes, it was.
And I'm going to say this, their helmets are outstanding. I love
Yes,
that D on the left side. I'm so
Yes,
proud of Dimmitt. Big time win, Roosevelt. Coach Contrusi. Ooh, that was a tough one. How about Abernathy jumping back in the win column, beating Freona 38-13. Trey Bender, 100 yards rushing and passing, 3 scores.
Yes.
Coach Daly and Abernathy's back in the win column. Of course, we knew it wouldn't take long.
Yeah.
How about Highland Park beating River Road 53-20?
Wow.
Highland Park came with a lot of expectations this year, Vic. They lose 2 games in a row to start the season. All's not lost, but that's a tough way to start the season. Let's jump into 2-3 AD1.
Yes.
Brownfield in their barn burner, 46-41 over Greenwood.
Wow.
Jalen Nolan with 5 total touchdowns. Kobe Cervantes with the stop on the last play of the game. They had 5 blockers in front of the receiver on the screen. He comes and makes the tackle from behind and wins the game. What a game there. How about Denver City and Sonora? 49-28. I got there, it was 28-7 Denver City. I said, McElroy must have scored some touchdowns. I was right. He had 3 in the first half, 3 in the second half, 385 yards rushing, and also had an interception in the game.
Wow.
What do you think about that young kid right there?
Hey, man, that's impressive, man. If that kid continues to play that way, what a career he has ahead of him. And that was a great game for
Yes,
them.
it was.
Yes, it was.
Sonora played well as well. You know, those are 2 good teams, but Denver City and that Bryce, that line is starting to really assert themselves. There's some big boys, and like I said, they look mad all the time.
Yeah.
Keep looking like that because y'all look real good. How about Snyder beating Slayton 27-13? I thought that was an improvement for Slayton because Snyder's a good team.
Yes.
To give up only 27 and you got 13 on the board. So Slayton's, you know, kind of looking up to me, I feel. And Pecos beats Kermit 36-19. Kermit's second straight loss. Lost to Stan the week before. You know, tough times out there at Kermit, but they'll get together before district and make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's jump into 1-3 AD2. This is 3-3 AD2 score we're going to say here. Post 42 to Hoka nothing.
Wow.
Vic, that was their second consecutive shutout.
Yes.
What can you say about Post?
Hey man, Post look like their defense is buying and what they coaches are selling. It's gonna be a real exciting year for Post, man. It's gonna be really good to see down the stretch how far Post can go.
Yes. And their matchup next week's gonna be something. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
How about Spearman beating Wheeler 35-14?
Yes.
Looking good out there in Spearman land. And how about this game? Stratford 73, Tulia nothing.
Wow.
Can I say it again? Stratford 73, Tulia nothing.
Wow.
What is going out down there in Tulia land? They got beat 45-7 by Clarendon in week 1. And they come back and they lose 73-0 at home.
Wow. All I can say is, hey, you guys keep your head up and continue to do what your coaches ask and just keep working. It'll work out after a while.
And we root for everybody. That
Yes,
was just
we
a
do.
shocking loss.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this, Stratford is the real deal. I mean,
Yes.
they're going to give Canadian all they want this year.
Yes.
Let's jump into, how about Sunray after their loss to Stratford, bouncing back and beating Sanford Fritz 35-20. Let's jump into 1-2 AD1. Groover is in the win column, beating Boys Ranch 32-26.
Yeah.
Canadian 56-0 over Memphis.
Wow.
Cameron Copley, 3 touchdowns receiving the hat trick on the football field. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That kid has 3 state championship rings already.
Wow.
How about Hollis beating Wellington 22-14? Wellington 0-2, you think is it time is concern or what do you think?
No, it's still early.
Still early. We know what Wellington does. They finish at the end.
Yeah.
And how about Vega with the big time statement win, 43-21 over West Texas Stenetta.
Yeah.
Stenetta came off the 55-0 shutout of Groover. Vega's looking good out there in 2AD3
Yeah.
to me. And when we come back off break, we'll jump into our last set of finals. Jason Pearson, Victor Hatchett, 806hssc.com.
We ready! Come on! Come on! We ready! Wow! Wow! Oh, yeah! Hey! We ready! Okay! Okay! We ready! Come on! Come on! We ready! Oh, yeah!
Number 10 with the keeper.
Hey, high school sports fans, welcome back to 806 High School Sports Connection. I'm Victor Hatchett with my co-host Jason Pearson. We're going to continue to give you the rundown of this past week's games.
Yes.
Hey, 1-2A Division 2. Jason, give us the rundown.
Well, it's looking like Booker, you know, they already lost their second game this year. They only lost once last year. They lose at Texoma 35-12. How about Claude, Vic? 68-13 over San Jacinto.
Wow, that's a big game.
That's coming off a 38-9 win over Trinity Christian. And how about Lockney getting in the win column after their loss last week to Lubbock Christian, beating Shamrock 28-22.
Wow.
Let's jump into 2-2 AD1. Floyd Data takes a big loss to Seagraves 49-7. We also want to give a big congratulations to Corey Kyle for scoring his 100 total TD for the Seagraves Eagles.
That's a great
A
achievement.
special kid.
Yeah.
Seagraves may not see another kid like that for a long time.
Yes.
Enjoy him while you got him. This is his
That's
senior
right.
year. How about Lamesa taking a loss to New Deal 48-14? Man, New Deal's looking good. Jackson Durham, John Manahan, Sebastian Hartless. Coach Hill's got something going on in there.
Yes,
you know,
he
Dane Hensley at the line. I mean, they look like to me the giant killer.
Yeah.
Because they can run the ball and play defense. They can play keep away.
That's right.
You know, and they got some speed this year they haven't had. Remember, they returned 3 out of the 4 guys on their relay team that have the all-time state record in 2A for the 4x400.
Wow.
So they're looking good. And how about Sundown with their second win, 36-15 over Olton. You know, Rock Toms threw 2 touchdown passes. Link Wilkes with a touchdown run. Coach Steve Smith got them necks out there at your neck. 2-0. Let's jump into 2A-D3. Crosbyton beats Farwell 21-7. You had Elliot Rios with 2 touchdowns running and Tim Childs with the other one. Farwell's on some rough times.
Yes, they are.
It's looking like it. Heat Tadley, you know, the quarterback, you know, hopefully they'll get it going because I don't think a game they scored under 14 last year. They have back-to-back games, back-to-back losses with only 7 points on the board.
Wow.
How about Hell Center, 50-15 over Sudan. DJ Dunn, 324 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. Boris caught 3 of those. Hell Center's 2-0 and looking real good.
Wow.
Their air raid offense, and I think they're going to make some noise in this 2-2-AD1. I think they're going to shock some people.
Yeah.
How about Bovina in the win column? 49-27 over Smyre. Let's go to 2-2-AD4. How about Quanah beating Seymour 35-6?
Wow.
You say, you know, but Seymour beat Memphis last week 50-12. Quanah's looking like that team that's going to give some guys, you know, some trouble, like when they knocked out Booker.
Yeah.
You know, so. And how about Lubbock Christian beating Ross 35-34 at Ross Homecoming?
Wow.
Lubbock Christian. Parker had 5 total touchdowns, and their defense had a goal line stand with 15 seconds left in the game to hold Ross. But on the other end, Ross getting a lot of points this year. They wasn't getting points like that last year.
Yeah, it's good to see the improvement. It's always good to see the improvement of young men. And hopefully just keep working and it'll work out for you guys.
Coach Caffey looked like he's got him turned around in the right direction.
Yes.
How about 2-2-A-D4? Forest Sand beats Plains 56-14.
Wow.
Coach Chad Terry going on from Slayton to Plains. He'll get it together, but just not that game. Let's jump into taps right here. Trinity Christian 27-0. That was a monumental victory.
Yes, it
on
was.
a lot of different ways. Tell us about that victory.
Hey man, you know, shots out to Coach Black.
Yeah.
Man, good job, man. Those guys getting that shutout and getting their first win in their program history.
Wow.
That is great,
Wow.
man. You know, and shouts out to Coach White and Coach Trey Ivory, man,
Yeah.
for doing a good job with that defense over there. And how about the kid Garrison Johnson, man? 5 carries, 285 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
57 yards a carry.
Wow, that's amazing, man. And also give a shout out to their field goal kicker, Carrie Ross, a girl, man,
What?
kicking field goals, and I think that's wonderful, man.
Wow, man. Girl power, man.
Yes.
Who would have thought we mentioned a girl on a football show?
Yes.
How about that, man? Trinity Christian, we're proud of you, man.
Yes.
Hopefully, you know, many more wins to come, man. We'll give y'all that clap.
Yes. Those Black keep working.
Yeah, keep working, man. And when we come back, Jason Pearson, Victor Hatchett, we're going to get into the top 5 games of week 3. And we got 5 good ones coming for you. We'll be right back.
Mustangs. He followed it over the middle, and his ball is caught. This boy can run. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Sweetwater Mustangs. All right, we hand off straight up the middle again. He breaks into the open. This young man can run. He's not going to be caught until he reaches the end zone. And the Mustangs score again. Campos looking to throw the ball. He's being rushed. And the ball is caught for a touchdown. Number 11, Jason Flores. Aaron Ross. Number 11. Campos back to pass. He's down the middle for Flores. He's got it. He's down to the 20. 10. Touchdown, Jason Flores.
Hey, high school sports fans. Welcome back to 806 High School Sports Connection. I'm Victor Hatchett with my co-host Jason Pearson, and we're going to continue to give you the rundown. Hey, Jason, we got top 5 games for 806 next week. Hey, man, it's looking like it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be another great week of football in the 806.
Yes, sir.
Hey, give it to us.
How about Lubbock Cooper versus Friendship?
Wow.
2-0 versus 1-0, no contest. So 2-0 versus 1-0. You got Jared Dagey and Tristan Kennard at the cornerback.
Yes.
You got Seth Watson, Ronald Awatt at the tailback position. You got 2 menacing defenses. Kirby Vincent, Hayden Harrison, Bryce Kaiser, Josh Quinton, Max Catwinkle, Brad Davis. I mean, this just reeks of championship oil. This is what we've been waiting on.
Yes, it is.
Last year, Friendship beat Cooper 34-14. I don't think it goes down this way this year. I don't know who's going to win. We're not going to predict, but it's going to be a great matchup. Out there in Pirate Nation, Cooper's student section is furious.
Yes,
I mean,
it
it's
is.
going to be a heck of a game. This is a good test for both sides. Can Friendship win a big game like this? Because this is what they'll see on the road.
Yes.
You know, and Cooper, can you get it done? Coming off a big win against Randall, can you sustain that? You know, that momentum. You got to let that game go now, because here comes the Tigers,
Yes.
and they gave it to you last year.
Yes.
You know, can you return the favor?
How about that Randall versus Monterey next week down at West Texas A&M Stadium?
Wow, out there in Kimbrough Stadium.
Yeah.
I'll be going to that game. Baylor Mitchell, can he keep going? 5 total touchdowns. But then you have Paul Terry on the other side for Randall. You got Logan Nix at the quarterback. You got Nosa Waits for Monterey. Monterey has so many weapons. Trey Manahan, David Smith,
Yes.
Wes Hutchinson, you know, Coach Hutchinson's son. I mean, this game right here, Monterey had them last year and fumbled the ball at the 11-yard line. So can they finish this year?
Yes.
Randall's gonna want this win. They kind of feel like they need this one. I don't think they need it, but they're gonna think they need it on Thursday night primetime. Can Monterey go out here and get a signature win
That would
at
be
Kimbrough
great.
Stadium?
That would be great.
Woo, man!
Hey, come. What about Plainview and Canyon?
Canyon's 2-0. The only undefeated team left in 3-5-8.
Wow.
Plainview coming off that loss to Randall, big win over Paladuro a couple of days ago. Can Plainview go into Canyon and get this W? Can Trendon Jackson and his team turn it around? I mean, I picked this game because if Plainview wins this game, you know, they're back on track. But if Canyon goes 3-0, look out.
Yes.
You know, Canyon's going to be my favorite in 3-5-8 if they can win this ball game.
Yes. How about Post at Denver City?
Post coming off 2 consecutive shutouts. Get their home game against Denver City. How about McElroy, 729 yards and 10 touchdowns for the Denver City Mustangs. The big red machine, as they proved last week. I mean, this game right here, a big-time 3A cross matchup game.
Yes, it is.
You know, big-time 806 game, traditional game.
Yes.
You know, I don't think Post is going to shut out Denver City. They might can win the game, you know, but I don't see him shutting them out.
Wow.
Can Cambry Gilbert get some stops on defense? You know, he plays quarterback also. Those linebackers are going to be key to that game. Can you get McLevoy on the ground? Can their defensive line get some pressure to where he just can't take a shotgun snap, take 2 steps, and take off and go to the house?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see.
And don't throw it errantly. He might pick that off too.
Right.
All right.
How about Seagraves versus MULESHOE?
MULESHOE was going to be looking to come off a big time, you know, a loss to Sweetwater 36-14. It was early, so that's fine. You know, Seagraves, you know, they played hard for a quarter and a half, and it was over in a quarter and a half against Florida, 35-0. You know, I feel like this will be their first test. And to be honest, Vic, I think this is their last test until the state semifinals.
Wow.
That's how serious this game needs to be. Can Joseph Guerrero complete some passes with efficiency? He threw a couple of picks, or one and should have had another one picked off. I saw that, and then he fumbled a couple of times.
Wow.
You know, they need better quarterback play if they want to do what they want, and that's win a state title.
Yes.
So when we come back, we're going to jump into a couple of things that surprised us for week 3, and then we're going to take it to the house. Victor Hatchett, Jason Pearson, 806 Hssc Tv.
Second down and 7 for the White Faces at the Monterey 45-yard line to start the second quarter.
All right, this is Jason Pearson, Victor Hatchett, 806 Hssc TV, Week 3 preview, Week 2 review. we're gonna go over a couple of things that surprised us, you know. And we just looking just like y'all, we just fans, just happy fans. But some things surprised us, you know, in week 2. Victor, what surprised you the most?
Hey man, you know what surprised me last week, man, was to see Monterey get 27 penalties.
27?
For 215 yards. I was kind of surprised at that.
Wow.
You know, that's because that's not like a Coach Hutchinson team, and I'm pretty sure he will clean that up. But it was just shocking to see that they got that many penalties in one game. That was surprising to me by Monterey.
Man, I was on the sideline, and every time they threw a flag, I was like, man, would a yellow ever end?
Oh,
I took pictures of the flag. That's how many flags they threw. But like you said, it was surprising, and they would have won that game probably 62-14.
Oh, yeah.
They would have
Yeah.
had all that penalty.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
and that's one thing, like you say, it's a problem because Monterey hasn't reached their ceiling. I don't know how good they can be. I don't know how bad they can be because they haven't played a full game yet. They were up 29-19 on Odessa and lost the game. They got scored 25-3 in the fourth quarter. So, you know, hopefully they'll get it clicking just in time for district because their
I believe
district.
they will.
I think they will too. I think he's got it going.
Yeah.
You know what surprised me was Sweetwater beat MULESHOE 36-14. That wasn't surprising. What surprised me was Sweetwater scoring 30 straight points to start the game.
Wow.
18 in the first quarter. I mean, MULESHOE's got a heck of an offense, man, you know. And for them to get outscored like that, you know, that kind of shocked me, man, you know. But they can't redeem themselves at the end. They put up a lot of yards, but they couldn't finish in the red zone. And they have to finish in the red zone because that's what cost them their loss against Breckenridge last year in the playoffs. So if they're trying to improve, now they got some stuff to work on. You know, as they welcome in Seagraves next week, that's going to be a big time game for both teams because Seagraves 2A, but Seagraves can play with anybody, 4 or 5, and they showed you that when they beat Trinity Christian Cedar Hill. So that kind of surprised me, but hopefully MULESHOE will get it together, you know. Or maybe just Sweetwater is that good.
Yeah.
Because they beat Lubbock High 56-7. They were up 34-0 on Lubbock High in the first half, so they start fast.
Yeah, they do.
So, all right, man, we about to get up out of here. So, Vic, take us home for week 2.
Hey, we appreciate you guys watching 806 High School Sports Connection.
Yes.
And we just want you guys to continue to work hard out there in the 806. Listen to your coaches, your parents, and your teachers. And keep it going.
Yep.
Much love.
Much love.